What happens when a man obsessed with the TV show Dexter brings the fantasy to life? Not on screen, not in a script, but in real, terrifying life. This is the story of Mark Twitchell, a filmmaker, a husband, a man who seemed ordinary to his friends, but behind the scenes, he was writing his own episode of Dexter. Except this time, the blood wasn't fake. Mark Twitchell dreamed of making it big as a filmmaker. He even created a short film called House of Cards, about a man luring victims to a garage and killing them. But what no one knew was that this wasn't just fiction, it was rehearsal. On his laptop, police would later uncover a chilling document called SK Confessions, written in first person, a diary, a play-by-play of his double life. Twitchell wasn't just inspired, he was studying Dexter. He admired Dexter's double life, ordinary man by day, cold killer by night. And in his twisted mind, he wanted the same. In October 2008, Twitchell set his plan into motion. Using a dating site, he lured a man named Gilles Tetreault to his garage. Gilles thought he was meeting a woman. Instead, he walked into a nightmare. The door slams. A man in a hockey mask appears. Gilles is blindfolded, tied, a gun shoved in his face. But here's the twist. When Gilles feels the gun, something's off. It's plastic, fake. He rips off the blindfold, fights back, and escapes into the night. Gilles would later describe it as stepping into a horror movie. But this wasn't over, because Twitchell had tasted the thrill, and he wasn't about to stop. A week later, Twitchell tried again. This time his victim was Johnny Altinger. Johnny told friends he was meeting a woman, but chillingly, he emailed one of them the garage address, just in case. When Johnny stepped inside, the trap was already waiting. He was ambushed, beaten, stabbed. His life ended inside that same garage. But Twitchell didn't just stop there. He dismembered Johnny's body, trying to destroy the evidence, and then he pretended to be Johnny, sending emails to friends claiming he had run off to Costa Rica with a new woman. But there was one problem. Johnny had left behind that email with the garage address, and when friends went looking, the trail led straight to Twitchell. Twitchell thought he was clever. He deleted files, wiped his devices, spun stories, but detectives were closing in. They found blood in his garage. They found Johnny's belongings. And most chilling of all, they found SK Confessions. The document wasn't written like fiction. It was a diary, describing in vivid detail how he planned, how he killed, and how he covered his tracks. The line between fantasy and reality completely erased. In 2011, Mark Twitchell was convicted of first-degree murder. The media dubbed him the Dexter Killer. But what makes this story so haunting isn't just the brutality, it's the obsession, the blurring of lines between screen and reality. He wanted to be like Dexter, living a double life. But Dexter was fiction, and Twitchell, he was nothing more than a killer hiding behind a mask of fantasy. And in the end, it wasn't the blood or the body or the lies that gave him away. It was his own words, written in a file he arrogantly named SK Confessions. If you think this was disturbing, it's only the beginning. Because out there are other true stories, stranger and darker than fiction itself. Subscribe now, because next time, the truth will be even harder to believe.